Yeah. Get your hands up, yeah. To the floor, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Sugars Podcast. This is Sugar coming at you.
And this is Brown Sugar, and we are here for another episode of Things You Think That You Just Don't Want to Say.
That's right. That's how we do it.
And coming from a place that you want to know, we're still not going to tell you.
No, unless you actually want a referral, because this is an awesome studio, and we'll let you know. But you got to PM us, DM us.
Call our people.
Yeah, there we go.
Have your people call our people.
Call our peeps. We're really busy. Yeah. So I want to start out by talking about, have you ever seen the TV show Catfish?
Yes.
I freaking love that show. I could binge watch that show because it's a train wreck. And I sit there and I watch these people that are like, oh, I've been in love with this person for 3 years and we've never, ever met or FaceTimed or talked, but we're going to get married and I think it's legit, but can you help us meet? It's like, what the fuck? Why do you think they have not met you? Why do you think they have not FaceTimed you? Why?
Well, I feel like if they're that stupid, then they deserve to be catfish. Because there's flags on the play all the time. So I did watch one episode, and there was this girl. I don't know if you seen her with the braids. She continuously kept catfishing people.
I think I know the one. Yeah. I can't think of her name, but yes.
Yeah, and then she ended up from that show, and then she went on the weight loss show,
Mm-hmm.
and she still had an attitude then. Like she didn't listen to what the doctor said, but she was all these different Instagram pages. She had this girl thinking that Tamara the singer, she was the hairdresser, that girl.
Yes.
And then with the one girl with the dress that flew all the way out there to see her, you stupid too.
I agree. And I'm thinking to myself, so the people who do the catfishing, do you need that much love? Do you need a hug? Should we come out and find you, hug you, prop you up? Because that was from the last podcast, how I prop people up. I don't give them props. I don't know, prop them up. Is that white? I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I don't know. We're propping people up. But do we need to give you props?
Yeah,
or
I guess you're propping them up.
A hug? Or what do we need to do?
So, do you think I catfish from my angles?
That's a good question.
Because I trick you. I take the angles and you don't think that all the stomach is here and then when it comes out, or a girdle. I feel like women, we catfish the men with the girdles because we suck it all in, and then after that night comes out, it's bloop, 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 bloop. So would that be considered catfish?
I don't think that's catfishing because you show up, you take a picture of yourself. They all have to know there's a filter on. I mean, usually we all put filters on because...
With sparkle eyes.
Right, exactly. Sparkle eyes. And I don't think you catfish.
Shout out to whoever came up with filters, though.
Right.
I swear, I'm getting back to taking pictures without filters because afterwards I'm like, oh, this is what you just really look like. And I'm trying to really embrace what I really look like without the filters. And then sometimes when you take it in the sun, it just have you looking all fucked up. So,
Right.
But shout out, it did make me have really great high self-esteem when I first put on a filter. I was like, yes, I still got it.
Get rid of a few of my wrinkles. That's the one thing about white folks is that the sun damages our skin so bad.
Right.
And so, because we have no pigment in our skin at all. And, well, let me speak for myself. I have no pigment in my skin at all. I burn, I freckle, I peel, and we start the whole process over again. But sun damages the skin so bad that I think to myself, oh my gosh, I need to be fat to fill in the wrinkles, because it just pops them out.
No wrinkles. You're very beautiful. I will say I have seen some white people that I have texture issues, and they have so many wrinkles on their face that it causes me anxiety because I just what is all this texture of wrinkle and how is that your skin?
Yeah.
So
no, I get it. But
you don't have that, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
I would say, but I'm thinking about getting some Botox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
In my chin. You know how you get to a certain age, you get that droopy underneath chin. I feel like I'm getting old.
Under here, under your
chin, yeah, like your face to like my face dropping. And then I'm like, okay, I work, go to sleep. I'm gonna get up one day. I'm gonna look old. Like, when is that gonna happen?
That's
so
not
in
gonna
my
happen.
mind, I think like that the Botox is gonna bring this cheek up. But again, it's that catfishing
That's
because that's not what you really like look like naturally. And at some
No.
point, you're gonna age. You're not gonna look like that anymore. But listen, shout out to my grandmother she just turned 91. She has not one wrinkle.
Oh my gosh.
At all. She doesn't get out her chair, but yeah, she sits there and she puts teeth in, and then she sometimes puts them in, sometimes she takes them out, and she says
Whatever.
"Hi, Pooh" to everybody, but her skin is just amazing.
God bless her. I'm jealous.
Good genes. Because I've seen some of them that don't. They don't look like that.
No. Well, and that's what I find about different cultures and different races. Like, some people age as they go. Like, I think a lot of white people age as we go. But there's some other cultures where they look young forever.
Asian people.
Yes. And then out of the blue, all of a sudden they look like 120.
Right.
It's like, you look like you were 19 years old for the last 72 years. And now all of a sudden you look like you're 120.
Right. I don't know what Asian people do, like skin, because I did go to like a beauty salon place, and the Asian lady was helping me. She was like, you need to get vitamin C. I was buying everything she was telling me so I can have her skin.
Oh my gosh.
It was sticky as shit. Like,
gross.
I was putting it on at night. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get stuck to my pillow, or like, is this really gonna work? And again, I got texture issues, so the texture of the sticky vitamin E, C was not working out. But
and in Arizona, you don't want to sweat with all that on you. It's like, yeah, no.
Well, I guess you all know we are in Arizona. The place we figured out, you'll find out one time or another.
One time or another, you'll figure out where we are. But most of you probably know. So I'm dying to hear something.
Yes.
Because on our last episode, or the one before, I don't know, I've lost track. Could be the margaritas. We had Crackhead Chronicles.
Oh.
And I want to hear if there is a continuation to Crackhead Chronicles.
There is.
I cannot wait for this.
This bitch is crazy. So, Crackhead Chronicles, she came over. She said she wanted to do the hedges with scissors. So, she came with the scissors, the brush, so she comes over the next day. Now, let me just reverse back.
Yeah.
Saturday night, I'm having a girls' day. Have no kids. I'm in the back in the hot tub, me and my friends. My one friend, she just never wears clothes, so she's in the back with no clothes on. But we're just out chilling. The other friend goes in the house, and she was like, the crackhead's at the door. It's 9:00 at night. First of all, don't come to my fucking house.
No.
So I was like, all right, let me just get out the hot tub. She comes back in. Now, she knows my other friend. And
the naked one?
The naked one. So
okay.
I knew.
And by the way, people out there, that's not me. So,
it's not her. You would not even know a crackhead ever.
No,
like,
I'm just saying, there's no chance in hell I'm walking around your backyard naked.
I don't really know him, but she's the reason I know her because of my friend. Because
you're not usually friends with crackheads.
I'm just usually not friends with crackheads. I don't judge them.
No.
Like, I will help you out, but I don't want you to steal my shit. Like, that's just what it boils down to.
That's it.
So she came over. I know what her MO was. She wanted half the money because she did half the yard. Now, I have extremely abnormal, huge backyard. She still only charged me $80 to do this yard.
With her craft scissors.
With her craft scissors and her rake. All right. And she was picking up she was picking up the weeds by hand. So she comes back and she said, I just wanted to she came back with a tree trimmer. So she finally got the right tools. And then so she said, she was going to come and drop it off. You're dropping it off at 9:00. First of all, you just want half the money. I know what it is.
Right.
But she didn't want to say it in front of the friend. And I said, listen, I may seem nice, but I'm not the one. Don't ever come to my house.
Don't fuck with me.
Right. So she was like, okay, that's fine. I just want to drop this off because I just left. Cool. So she never asked me for the money in front of my friend. She texted me later. Hey, do you think I could have the $40 so I can get there tomorrow? Cool. Cashed after $40, no problem. She comes over the next day, Sunday. Now, granted, she didn't come over early. It's hot as shit here, for those of you that don't know, at probably like 10, 11 o'clock. She's out there. I'm watching her on camera. She wanted to use the bathroom. to use the bathroom, but I stood right in the hallway and watched her. You are not wandering around my house. Let you go back out. She leaves again. Yard half done. So I was like, okay, you know what? I went outside, looked for her. I even left the money outside under the table so she can have it. She never came. This was Sunday. Saturday she came to drop it off. Oh my gosh. Sunday, I get a text from her on Tuesday and said, so are you going to pay me for the yard? I said, the half done yard? And she's like, oh, well, I did the job and the job was complete. It was not complete. And then she said, I said, it's not about the little $40. And she's like, you're belittling me. You're belittling me, and I bet you don't belittle your other landscape. I said, first of all, they charged me $80, and they come with the equipment and 3 people.
Right.
I was like, you came unprepared, and you didn't finish it. So she was like, I don't know. I was like, listen, I'm going to tell you where I'm from, and I'm not one person you want to fuck with. I don't really care about where you're from. So this was the caveat to the Crackhead Chronicles. And write this down, people, because this line was good.
Yes.
She said, tie your shoes because you tripping over nothing. I could not help but to laugh. I said, this bitch checked me. Did I just get checked by a crackhead? So, yet again,
tie your shoes.
I cashed her this $40 because it was not the point about it. It was the point to get her to see she didn't complete the job. So I'm petty. I cashed up her back and I said for a half-done job. And her rake is still at my house.
Shut up.
Because I told her don't come back over there.
Oh, my. So you're going to go give the rake to your naked friend to get back to her?
Yeah, I guess.
Eventually.
She didn't ask for it. She's too embarrassed because she said I belittle her. But
God.
yeah, that is the other part of the crackhead. So tie your shoes, people, because you're tripping over nothing.
Just tie your shoes. Tie them. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious to see if she comes back again.
She's not.
You don't
I'm
think
slap
so?
fire from her ass.
You're going to do what?
Slap fire
I
from
don't know
her
what...
ass.
I don't even know what that means, but I don't want to be involved.
That is the black version of, what did you say, pump up?
Prop up?
Prop up.
I'm going to prop you up.
I'm going to prop her ass up. Something proper.
Something proper. Oh my God. And you know what? Before, I keep getting sidetracked, so sorry. I don't know. I'm just going off script here. But
this is what we do.
I know, but you've got a couple podcasts ago, you were talking about a dream of like a coworker that, and I want to make sure we get to that today because
the fine ass coworker.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. Fine ass.
So I had a dream. I had a dream about him, but I mean, he did some things in the dream. And I was just like, well, but we'll talk about that one.
Yeah,
later.
Let's talk about it later. Because you know what? I want to, like, we were talking the other day about just stop it. Just stop. People, just stop it.
Just stop.
There's so much stuff that's going on in this world. Just stop.
Right.
Like, I don't know what the hell. Everybody's mad about something. Everybody's upset about something. Everybody's got an opinion about. Just stop.
I want people to just stop being corny.
Stop. Oh, like, I want people to just shut their fucking mouths.
Like, I just have people like when they get around other people and then they act like brand new and then they see you and like, oh, hey, no, don't fucking speak to me now. Stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
Stop acting like you like shit and you don't. Where they're like, oh, it's totally fine. It's okay. No, the fuck it's not.
No.
Stop. Tell the truth.
And you know what? That's something that I've been teaching Big Daddy Swerve over here is that when things aren't okay, they're not okay. Don't say, oh, it's okay. Like when people go, oh, I'm sorry, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Say thank you. So if someone says, I'm sorry, thank you. Because it's not okay. They did whatever it is that they did. Say thank you.
Why say thank you?
Because they apologized. So when they say, I'm sorry, thanks for your apology.
I don't want to say thank you.
Yeah, but some people are like, oh, that's okay.
I'm going to say.
It's not okay.
No. It's
not okay. Stop.
It's not okay. And no thank you.
Give me an example.
Stop it.
What it was.
I don't remember.
Usually it's involving food. Like I found a hair or something's wrong with it.
Oh yeah, like if we're at a restaurant and he finds a hair in his food and they're like, "We're really sorry." He's like, "That's okay." No, it's not okay. You just got someone's pew up in your food. It's not okay.
Somebody's pew.
Just say thank you.
Let me speak to the manager.
Yes.
And I want you to pay for my whole meal, and I'm not even about to eat.
And my friend's meal.
Everybody.
I am the nicest person to deal with if there's a hair in my food.
See? Stop it.
Stop. Just stop it.
Stop. She said
He-
stop like you say.
He
stop.
is the nicest person. If you literally could take a shit on his shoe and go, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah, because the world tells you that you just have to be okay. But we are rebels around here.
Mm-mm.
So we are like, let me go to a restaurant. I'm just going to start going out with you guys every time you go somewhere. And let him say,
He would be
It's okay.
horrified.
I would use
'Cause-
the bathroom instantly.
Let me tell you. So I don't know if you just heard what he said out there in podcast land, but he said he'd use the bathroom. And so this
Please
is
tell
the,
the
this is
story.
the story behind this. My amazing husband, Big Daddy Swerve, has never, and this is not a challenge, people, not a challenge. He's never been in a fist fight in his life.
that's okay. There's some people out there like that.
Never been, and God bless him, right, for not being able to talk his way out because he's funny as shit, and just God bless him for being able to talk his way out of fights and stuff. But he's never been in a fight in his life. Well, he married obviously the wrong human being because
You with the shits.
because I am mouthy. And so, as you heard, who gets in a fight at a Cher concert? Go back and listen to one of our other episodes. You'll hear all about that. But I'm mouthy. And so usually we're out in public and someone does something stupid where I should say, just stop it. But you know what I say? Huh. To make them feel like you're just fucking stupid. Huh. And the second I go, huh, he jokingly is like, I got to find a bathroom. Where's the bathroom? Because he wants to avoid the conflict. So that's kind of like the joke, the running joke, is that anytime I start getting mouthy or anybody else, he's going to go find a
He's never
bathroom.
going to the bathroom. But we got you. Don't worry about it. You will never have to get into a fight. In your
Never.
life.
Never. You got us.
Now, if they say, why did this man go to the bathroom and these women are fighting for it, I'm going to say,
I don't know.
He's got tummy ache.
He's got tummy ache.
I'm going to say, stop it.
Stop it. So people just stop.
Just stop being fake. Stop saying that you like shit and you don't. Like, stop just taking the easy way out. Learn, love your truth. Like, fuck that shit. They can't beat you anyways.
I know.
That was my story. Like, I will always say shit. I'm like, they can't beat me anyway. I don't know why I thought I was, like, invincible at all. But I may get my ass beat, but I'm not going out without a fight.
That's right.
It's going to be a struggle.
You know what that makes me think about is in episode 1, you were talking about how our dimples and our asses aren't like fat dimples, they're bullet holes.
Stretch marks and
Stretch
bullet
marks
holes.
and bullet holes. And my sister-in-law, we were on the treadmill the other day because that does a lot of work for me, obviously. Does nothing. But we're on the treadmill the other day and she's listening to our podcast and she's just rolling on the floor laughing. I was waiting for her to fling herself right off the back of the treadmill. And she was just crying laughing over her stretch marks and bullet holes. And we're doing this Wordle app where you like guess a word every day. I don't know. It's some brain thing that's New York Times had bought, and you get to do this puzzle every day. And she got it in like 2 or 3 guesses, which is really good. So I messaged her. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so smart. I can't believe, you did this. And she goes, I just pulled it out of my bullet hole. Instead of saying pulled it out of her ass.
I saw a lot of stretch marks and bullet holes at this strip club in Atlanta.
Oh, I can't even imagine what that was like.
It was a lot of, I don't even know what, the one girl, I was like, she looked old as shit. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, how they do the, like, she's the bend over and, like, shake your ass. And I was trying to learn some things there, but it was so much, first, they were, like, smoking in there. It was, like, so much smoke. But there was some sights to see, so I left. And my cousin said that the strippers were fighting.
What?
Yeah, so the one stripper, like, they pulled another girl down and beat her ass in the strip club. I said, God dang it, I left for the wrong time.
Right when it got
So,
good.
Yeah, so it was a lot of different color weaves, and
But she got a lot of bullet holes.
she had it was different flavors of bullet holes. Even the white girls had stretch mark and bullet holes. It is no gender color.
There's
to
no
that.
discrimination of stretch
they
marks
was
and
out
bullet
there.
holes.
God bless them.
Oh, well, you know what? You might as well, right?
I'm telling you,
Whatever.
let things not go right. I have to jump on the bottom of a pole. I can't go up there, but I'm gonna hold the bottom down.
I'm going to swing my ass around where it's bolted in.
Just go hold on.
I'm
Just stand there and look at you and stare at you till you pay me something.
I'm just going to keep swinging on the bottom. So speaking of, we've got this person at work who does these calls, and this person uses the word tasty every now and then.
Tasty.
And when it comes to musicians and things like that, he's like, oh, that song was tasty. I think that's creepy as fuck. And so that's kind of like a
Just
running
say it,
side
say it in your
joke.
mic. Tasty.
I think that shit is creepy. And so that's kind of like the running joke. We're like, oh, that's tasty. Oh, that's tasty. And you know what? It makes me think of the word moist. Like a lot of people are like, oh, don't say moist. It's gross. I don't know why it's gross. People think it's gross. And I'm thinking, well, moist I usually use when it comes to like food. Is
I
it
was thinking
moist?
of a cake.
Yeah, me too. A cake or chicken. Oh, it's moist chicken. You got to have moist chicken. Although Big Daddy hates chicken breast. He only likes dark meat.
I
Which
feel like my thighs are moist in the heat.
under my boobs.
Your chicken thighs or your actual thighs?
My actual thighs, they get a little moist down there.
So when is it appropriate to use the word moist? Do you care when people use the word moist? Because some people are like, oh, that's gross. Don't say moist.
No, what people are you
There's
talking to?
lots of people who
We
are
need
just...
a survey. So comment on our podcast or reply back and tell us like when you think moist is appropriate, because I think it's always appropriate. I would rather have my shit moist than dry. So that's a compliment to me.
That's
hey,
right.
baby, you are moist. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I practice very hard at that.
Other than you're dry as the Sahara Desert.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about tasty. That's kind of weird shit. I mean, and depending on who's telling me that it's tasty.
So it's a man talking to some females about the music that they write. And then when they sing a song, he's like, oh, that's tasty.
I think he's just probably trying to be cool and he's not.
Oh, that could be it.
But
I
I mean,
just think it's
we
gross.
can spend it to it's tasty
Tasty.
and moist. But I'm about to change my name to Brown Sugar Moist because I'm just letting you know out there that shit stays moist. The chicken thighs.
The chicken,
The chicken.
the
and
dark
cake.
meat is moist.
Best part of a chicken.
Well,
It's the dark meat.
Oh yeah.
That's the best meat. You
Chick-
like the
it
dark
is.
meat?
oh,
love
he
dark meat.
will.
That's what
He
I'm talking about.
refuses to have the white meat.
Because your wife is white, but she's got dark meat.
Yeah, I love.
He's not catching on. He's like,
I know. He's going to the bathroom. He has just went to the bathroom.
Yeah, he's a dark meat eater. That's for sure. Yeah. He's probably gonna kill us after
Chocolate cake, chocolate moist cake, or vanilla moist cake.
Yes.
this. yes.
Or yellow cake with chocolate frosting,
Hey, that is I'm gonna make you one. I used to be really good
especially fresh out of the oven.
Oh,
at that. All right, let's.
you have to come over and make it if he wants it fresh out of the oven.
It's fresh out of the oven. Yeah, it's fresh out of the oven. Mean shower. I mean, that's just what I thought. I didn't know what he meant, but you look a little vanilla with chocolate frosting over there, fresh out the oven.
It's just because my roots are coming through with the dark roots. I don't know.
I'm like, she's a vanilla cake with white frosting.
Yeah, there we go.
I think that's
Costco cake.
You are a Costco moist. You are a moist Costco.
Oh,
cake.
with like a chocolate filling,
Oh,
chocolate ganache.
tasty.
Well, speaking of, he's probably going to put this in a spank bank now. But I was listening, and I got to give props to. So there's a podcast called Smartless, and it's Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes.
Don't know any of those, but I trust that they're okay.
Okay, did you watch Ozark?
Yes.
Jason Bateman.
Okay.
Okay. Will Arnett is in Blades of Glory. What would you know Will Arnett from? There's a lot of SNL. I don't know. I'll have to show you a picture.
Okay.
And then Sean Hayes from Will and Grace. He's
I know him.
yeah.
Okay.
And so Sean Hayes is like just Jack from Will and Grace. He's the gay guy on Will and Grace. He's super freaking funny. So the three of them have a podcast called Smartless. And they are freaking hilarious. Like, I listen to it when I run.
Do you think they're funnier than us? Because I think we're fucking.
Oh,
funny.
hell no.
All right.
No. No, they're bougie.
Okay.
They're bougie. We're real.
All right. So they got spank bakes.
So, well, they were talking to Will Arnett about, because they're all in different locations recording their podcasts instead of in the same room like us, because we're super brave and we'll just make out in here and not worry about COVID, whatever. And he's just shaking his head over there. And they were talking about like Will was in this dark room and everything. And they're like, where are you at? Your Jack Shack? And I'm like, Jack Shack? I had never heard that before. Like, so I guess it's like the man cave kind of like where men go and masturbate. It's like that's called their Jack Shack.
That was in like the bathroom, the shower.
Well, then that's their Jack Shack.
Jack. There's so many different terminologies for so many different people. So spank bank and Jack Shack.
Yes.
So what do you think would be on somebody's spank bank?
So spank bank would be pretty much what you're just talking about with the moist cake.
moist
and
cake.
Yeah. I mean, that
I'd
would
rather
be
be
mine.
on somebody's spank bank.
I would hope I am.
Right.
I don't know though, because I'm a big girl. Big girls aren't everyone's thing, but there could be men out there who are maybe married or with an average size woman where they're like secretly, I'm okay with big girls too. You know?
You know what though? We think that guys don't like big girls,
Right.
but they do. And I have gotten messages before that, oh my God, that I just, what do you call it, spank banked off to you? Or
I would.
I just had you my
I would
spank
think-
bank, my jerk room.
My Jack Shack.
Yeah.
My Jack Shack.
And it is. It's about just your sensuality. But I know for a fact that I've had, and I've had on FaceTime. I'm like, let me talk to you. But then I forget shit to say. Like,
Yeah.
I try to figure this shit out. So then I just, move it to just my ass. They just like ass.
They just like
regardless.
ass, yeah.
Yeah, but guys are appreciating stretch marks and bullet holes more often.
I think so too. I think there's somebody that we work with. I haven't told this to Big Daddy yet, but I think there's somebody we work with that might have a little crush on me.
I think so too.
But, I'll have to fill you in later. So, but yeah, it's, I think people are really into big girls, but I think they might be afraid to say it because it's against the norm. It's like, oh no, you need the super fit, model.
I would say that may be a cultural thing.
I think so too.
Yeah, because
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Black guys, they want you to have more butt, or that's just what they like. But that's just because I have never had like low confidence where I'm like, oh shoot, like I can't pull them. I go outside and I always like, so my friend is very fit, and we went out one time and there was this guy that was really fit, and she was kind of tipsy. So she was talking to him, and then he came. And one thing about me is like I never get like drunk anywhere. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
Like I know when it gets to a level, I'm gonna drink water. Like because I always need to know how the night started, the end, everything. I'm gonna get home, I may pass out. Well, anyway, long story short, there was a guy, and she is smaller and fitter, and he's like, "Can I buy you a drink?" And I was like, "No, I want water. I'm gonna buy you a drink." I said, "Do what I say to do." And we're on the dance floor, and he's like in my face, and he was just like, I just love your body. Like, I just love your skin. And I'm like, go over there and talk to my friend. And I kept like pushing him over to her, and he kept coming over to me.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I just want you. So he was like, how do I get a hold of you? And I just said my number out loud. Like, he's never going to run back. Sure enough,
Yeah.
he texted me.
Wow.
Yeah. And he texted me the next day, and he kept like trying to see me, and he was corny. So I didn't really like him, but he looked like he would like be into fit girls. And I always thought like, okay, somebody look like that, they're going to.
They want somebody that shares that same hobby of gym workouts,
Right.
diet,
Yeah, no.
nutrition, the whole thing. Yeah.
He was on my heels. I did went out like a year later with him, and he still texted me from time to time, but I was like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, next. And I do think it's a cultural thing because I'll tell you, I have been able to draw in some chocolate thunders
Right.
in my lifetime. And even when I was small, though, I was always thick. So even when I weighed 125, 130 pounds, I always had thick thighs.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, which I'll never forget. I won't say her name, but this girl I grew up with, should I say her name?
Should we call her a bitch?
Yeah.
Bitch.
She and I have the same birthday. And I was friends with her since I was probably in second grade, like all the way through. And I'll never forget when we were in school. I don't know. I was probably in third, fourth grade. I don't know what grade I was in. And she goes, "What size shorts do you wear?" And I said 6X, whatever that means. I don't know. You're like 8 years old. What the fuck is 6X, right? Extra small, extra large. I don't know. There's an
Right.
X at the end. And she's like, it's because your legs are so big. And to this day, I remember that.
Yeah, but you know what? You don't let them define who you are.
Oh, no.
But I can't even say you bring in thunder because I bring in white guys too.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
like,
That's
and
true.
Indian. I don't even know
That's
what's
true.
going on with me. I think it's just Jazz, who's the other part of me. She's just
Jezebel.
nasty. Jezebel just.
Jezebel's her alter
bring them
ego.
is. And the Indian guy was like, I'm so obsessed with your body. And at this time, I was doing like 50 squats a day. And he was like, with you, I was like, 50 squats a day.
That's
Kumar.
Kumar.
That was his name, like for real. It was Kumar or something. But I was just like, yeah, no. And that he was just nasty. And I was like, it's negative for me.
It's a negative.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've been able to get my share. Even when I was thin, it was like the guys like the thick thighs. And I'm like, good. So, I don't know. But anyway, so I know we're about out of time.
Okay.
But I want to hear, we still got to tell the story about your dream
All right.
for our coworker, our hunky, what do you call him? Fine ass.
Fine ass.
His coworker. And
He's
then,
just my crush. He's my crush.
yeah.
And I've never. All right. So we out of time. We can still talk about this dream later. But question is, have you ever dealt with anybody that you worked with?
That you have a crush on?
Have you ever fucked anybody you worked with?
Oh, fuck it. I thought you said dealt with
I
anybody.
was trying to be nice about it in case,
sorry.
like, somewhere people was
I'm like, I
listening,
deal with people all day long.
like,
Oh, I
dealt
can't
with
come
them,
in.
Like, have
Oh.
you fucked a coworker?
'Cause I
or
actually-
thought about it.
I actually had someone text me and say, can I work from home because I need to clean my house?
What?
On a Sunday, on Mother's Day, you're interrupting my day of family, the one day in the year that is about me, and
Okay.
say, can I work from home on Monday because I need to clean my house?
Did you dealt with him?
I dealt with him in my dealt kind of way. It's so different than fucking, but I was like, have you lost your ever Mother's Day? No, you know what? Come clean my house.
Right.
Come clean my house. That's
and
what
then
you
maybe
need to
you
do.
can work from home.
That's what, yeah. And then maybe I'll think about it. I'm not even going to tell you yes. I'll think about it.
Well, I have not ever had any relations with anybody that I've ever worked with.
Really?
No. What do they say? You don't shit where you sleep.
Yeah, you don't dip your
Bring
pen in the
something to
company
the
ink, and you don't.
Sand. But there's like
fish
a
off
lot
the
of people
company
there
dock.
that have like met each other at work, and they've
Yeah.
been like married. It just was not no one that was like to my liking. I would guess
Yeah.
that was that. So I've just never.
But you've been there for a long time. Like, I've only been there for about 4.5
Yeah.
years.
and that's really good for a long time. It's not
Yeah.
that it hasn't, been approached, but I'm like, yeah, no, you're not gonna be talking about me
No.
like after that. But yeah, the dream was a whole different story. You can dream about whoever you want to dream.
That's right. And you don't choose it. It just happens.
It just
Because that
happened.
must mean it's on your in the back of your mind
I
or
don't
something.
know, but it just happened amazingly.
So, okay. All right. Well, we'll get to that next time because
All
I want to hear about this.
right.
Oh my gosh. We're going to get to it, I swear, people. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today on the Sugars Podcast. We appreciate you hanging out with us. And
Yes, we hope you enjoy our random topics and conversations. This is just what we do. It's just two sugars that come together just to have some fun and just to purely entertain y'all asses.
because it's a whole lot of sugar. Well, listen, tune in next time and we will see you later.
Peace and love. God bless. Thank
Peace
you.
and love.
To the floor.